So the Red Wings finally back in action last night after their 3-week Olympic hiatus, with the Team USA, of course, bringing home the gold over Canada. And the Red Wings getting the win over a Canadian team last night, 2-1 in overtime over the Ottawa Senators, which, man, the Red Wings, that was one of the worst periods I've ever seen, the first period this season. It was clear the Red Wings were just a little bit rusty. Just a little bit rusty out of the Olympic break. The Senators got so many great chances, and because of John Gibson, he's the main reason why this game wasn't like 4-0 in that first period. I mean, the Senators getting so many great scoring chances. And the Red Wings they briefly actually took a 1-0 lead. But unfortunately, a offsides call on a review took the goal back. Nice little 2-on-1 breakaway with Michael Rasmussen, and again able to finish. Nice breakaway, but unfortunately just a fraction of a second, a hair of a skate, that called that one back. And then the Senators, juicy chance for fellow USA hockey gold medal winner Brady Tkachuk. Juicy rebound. Sanderson shot from the point. Bam. I don't even think it got to Gibson. I think it deflected off a defender, and then bam, right back to Tkachuk. Gibson didn't have a chance. So that made it 1-0 on the power play. But man, John Gibson just absolutely spectacular in this one. Tons of great saves. And the Red Wings, crazy second period with penalties. So it all starts with Simon Edvinsson. I was speculating yesterday whether he would or would not actually be back for this game, but it did turn out that he was playing, which is great. Red Wings definitely needed his presence. But he ends up committing a interference penalty against Brady Tkachuk. Hit him when he was nowhere near the puck, so it is a interference call, and Dylan Cousins taking exception with that. So he and Edvinsson start fighting, so they both go into the box for fighting. And then on top of that, Brady Tkachuk, after Simon Edvinsson was escorted to the penalty box, he starts chirping with Edvinsson in the box, which the on-ice officials actually missed that until Dylan Larkin, kind of pointed that out. Kind of snitched him out a little bit, let's be honest. He snitched out his Team USA hockey teammate, but that got Brady Tkachuk a 10-minute game misconduct. So ton of penalties right there. And the Red Wings, later in the second period, able to take advantage with Dylan Larkin. Able to get right in the slot. Able to squeak it on through for the tying goal, 1-1. Both teams had some pretty good chances, but game ends up going to overtime. And Dylan Larkin. What a beautiful feed, by the way, from Lucas Raymond. I mean, picture-perfect pass in the neutral zone. Just, he passed it forward, just out of the reach of the Ottawa Senators players skating back, and just in the perfect spot to where it beats Larkin into the zone to avoid the offsides. And Larkin able to catch up to it. Wasn't that hard of a pass to where he's got to chase it into the corner. Just perfect pass from Lucas Raymond to Dylan Larkin, who was able to finish it off get the OT winner. And the Red Wings, they win again 2-1 over Ottawa. Very reminiscent of the game in that building against Ottawa earlier in the season, where the Red Wings, they arguably got outplayed. But they still end up coming away with the win on the heels of another phenomenal John Gibson performance. Rightfully so, getting the first star, because, man, the saves that he was making, spectacular. He was Connor Hellebuck in the gold medal game-esque. Some of the saves that he was able to make for the Red Wings. So, John Gibson played phenomenally. Dylan Larkin getting those 2 goals, obviously, and then Lucas Raymond, that nice pass setting up that winning goal. And then nice to see Simon Edvinsson back for the Red Wings. So the Red Wings get the win, and we mentioned before yesterday's game they did drop down to the wild card of the Eastern Conference playoff picture, but with the win, they are back second in the division. Tampa Bay's got 80 points, Red Wings with 74, and then behind them, Montreal with 73, and then Buffalo 72 right behind. So the Red Wings getting a slight bump in the standings, but everything's so jam-packed. Between the Red Wings and the Bruins, last team in the wild card, that's only 3 points. And then the first team out of the wild card, the Washington Capitals, that's now 7 points. So the Red Wings do get a huge extra point with getting the overtime win last night. So the Red Wings off tonight. They are against the Carolina Hurricanes in their next game. Of course, the Hurricanes have been pretty much at the top of the Eastern Conference the whole season, at least the Metropolitan Division. So the Red Wings going on the road, taking on Carolina, which the last matchup, Red Wings able to win that one in overtime. That's a little bit of a controversial call, a little bit of a no call right in front of the net against former Red Wing Shane Gostisbehere. With the overtime winner, Andrew Kopp, getting away with probably what should have been called a penalty. So the Red Wings winning that one, and that one avenged a late December loss to Carolina, 5-2 there in their joint. So the Red Wings looking for some more road points in this one, with road warrior John Gibson in net, because this guy's spectacular. I mean, just talking about how great this guy's been since the start of December, but specifically on the road. Something about playing on the road. This guy just takes it to a whole nother level. He's like easily the best road goaltender in the NHL this season. He's been unbelievable. So that'll be coming up tomorrow.
If you missed today's installment of On the Docket, podcast it at foxsports1019.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to tune in live weekdays at noon on Jackson's Fox Sports 101.9 FM.